What's up, Helix users? This is Steve Sterlacci. Today I wanted to talk about getting a high gain amp to sound clean. So obviously you might be thinking this is a total waste of time because you could just change presets to a clean amp and not have to worry about it. But there's a lot of people out there that just want to use one preset and want to be able to get a clean tone and a distortion tone using the same preset. And here's a little trick that I use to achieve that. This has a couple of features that I used in my Placator Power preset that's available on the Line 6 Marketplace. So if you guys like this way this sounds, it's not even close to the same tone, but it's the same style, where I take the Placator Dirty amp, clean it up, put some nice effects on it, and get a really nice clean sound out of it, as well as the overdrive and distortion sounds that the amp is known for. This preset I'm going to put up on custom tone, so if you want to download it and follow along with me in the video to see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it, feel free to do so. I'll put the link below. But yeah, so I've got the Rev Purple with a lot more gain than I would normally use. And I also have a clean snapshot on this. Both of these are going through a parallel effects loop, which is, if you've seen any of my other videos, it's kind of my thing. I really enjoy putting the reverbs and delays in that parallel effect loop. It makes them sound so much better, lets the transient note pop through. So that's another thing, another part of my Placator Power preset. If you like the way the reverb and delay sound, you're a little more curious about it, it'll be in the preset for free. And if you feel like it, check out my Placator Power on the Marketplace. So I'm gonna throw these on. Let's hear what the two sound like. So right now I have the clean sound is dialed up. It's a little weird because that's supposed to be the Rev Purple. It's not supposed to be clean like this. I mean, it's not like crystalline clean, but it's still a nice, useful edge of breakup sound that I think you can use in a lot of applications. And now clicking over to the other snapshot, this is way more gain than I would ever use, but for the example's sake, I wanted to really crank it up. Back to the clean now. So a nice little combination of sounds there. So let's go to HX Edit and show you how I'm doing this. So we got the rig pulled up here. This is called high gain clean. And snapshot 2 is the clean sound that you heard before. And what I've done here in the snapshots is I've dialed back the gain down to 0.1, and you would think that that would be enough. It's not even close. This is still like a severely distorted amp, even with the gain all the way down. I'm going to turn those off and still hear this. So without these, it's still super gainy, even with the gain on 0.1. So what I have here, this is a volume block that's minusing 29, subtracting 29 dB from the original signal. So similar to if you turn the guitar volume down, I'm pretty much doing that in the Helix so I can maintain a full guitar signal going into it. That goes into the amp, just whatever settings. And I'm going to skip the EQ block for right now, and then I have a makeup gain block. So I have one block subtracting gain, and then after the amp, I have one making up the gain. So these numbers won't match up if you do this on your own. You're definitely going to have to subtract more and add less comparatively. And then the EQ block here is just kind of just regular stuff to change the super distorted sound. It kind of sounds really stiff and messy when you clean up the signal. So if you look at the snapshots here, you'll see I just dial back some mids and upper mids to do that. So yeah, the snapshots basically, they enable and disable the volume blocks that you see there. And they also change the amp settings. Again, for the distorted sound, you want more mids and you want less high end. I feel like it gets a little harsh on you. But for the clean sound, I pretty much dropped out a lot of the mids, and I dropped out a lot of the mids, and I added some of like a little more high end sparkle. That's pretty much it. It's a quick one, easy to do, and again, the effects are in this parallel loop. So I just drag this down, mod chorus echo, reverb, and I'm bringing this down 12 dB. Those are super wet mixes, so it lets you get that nice parallel effects loop. So if you're an HX Stomp user, you can work around this by instead of using the gain block to make up your gain, you can click over to where your output is, and you can use this here. This is just your signal output. So instead of having like a distortion pedal in your HX Stomp, you're pretty much going to have a gain block being your clean pedal. So it's kind of like a reverse mentality about it. But if you were doing the HX Stomp, we could pretty much do this exact same thing as it is, right? What I have 6 blocks here. So if I were just going to get rid of this one, that's what, +3. I can now go to my output, set this to be snapshots. And now here on snapshot 2, I'm going to jack this up to 3 dB. So that now when I go to the dirty sound, it goes to 0. And when I go to the distortion sound, it goes to +3. Let's hear what that sounds like. Pretty much same sound. I'll just show you quickly what this sounds like without the reverb and the delay on, in case you're wondering if that's a big part of the sound. This is the middle position of Les Paul. Pretty close to like any other clean tone I would dial in. It's a little on the stiff side, but it's definitely usable within a mix and usable with a little bit of effect on it. Put those back on. So yeah, that's how you get your high gain amps to sound clean. Hope you guys learned something in this video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.